Ryan, apparently Fortnite finished installing. That's good to know. That's a good way to start off a day. I need you to know that.
Claps, dances. I don't know the song. It's like do 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 or something like that.
That's the one.
I played some of that.
Yep.
I've had my highest ranking of any season. I think I'm almost tier 19.
That's good. Everybody.
I've also won a game of that. Anyway, that's beside the point.
It is. Welcome back to Pajanime 2.
Just like in real life, Fortnite jumping in everywhere, even when it's not welcome.
Yeah. I'm Kyle Snow. That's Ryan Power. This is Kingdom Hearts Rechain of Memories.
So you should go into the menus, and we should do a quick. You should do a quick recap of the plot events because we have some tutorialing to do. Like it's enough that you're gonna need to.
Yeah. So before we do that, I want to make a.
Master Ryan will present the. I'm like Splinter now.
Yeah. Before we get into the recap, we need to do a little bit of housekeeping.
Ninja vanish.
I got real mad last time. I'm gonna do my best to make sure that
you went over the line, but you definitely were frustrated.
There was one moment where
it was a long day, and Kyle clearly was not happy with
my performance. There was a moment where I yelled "kill yourself" at the top of my lungs to no one in particular, which was not one of my prouder ones.
That's fair. That's fair.
So yeah, we're gonna try not to do that again. I'm gonna try to keep it in the charming rather than the not charming. I think I may have crossed past the charming line, maybe just a little bit.
We're
gonna try to keep it on the inside. It's because I came in prepared for this game to be a fucking breeze because it's like not it's not like a full on title, and then it's like, oh no, this one's actually harder. And
it might be a breeze once we do
figure out what we're doing. Yeah. Also, in order to streamline this experience, because I do stand by what I said, I don't think that the way that these systems interact with each other are particularly good. I don't think it makes for a very good idea having the Kingdom Hearts 1 engine, but like, also here's some card games.
Based on the research I've done, I think that the problem with the game is more that a similar problem with Kingdom Hearts 1 and that I think would have ironically been solved had they went the route that you're suggesting. Because if they would have presented the game with the same levels of systems and stuff like that, the ability point system and all that other stuff, you'd have already been so familiar with what you're doing that you wouldn't have needed, coming in from previous experience, I mean, that you wouldn't have really needed to learn anything, right?
Yeah.
And deciding to uproot all that for an entirely new system and then not properly tutorializing a lot of what's going on in that system. Like, I'm sure if we dig into the Ansem files and stuff like that and stuff in the game, that'll be like, hey, look, here's this stuff explaining everything that's going on. Yeah. But Kingdom Hearts 1 had a lot of that, and if people remember our playthrough, we didn't end up digging into much of that. It's neither did we did this like Final Fantasy also presented information sometimes that way, and it's like if it's critical, you need to explain it. It's as simple as that. Especially for layered systems.
Yeah, so one thing we have done, in order to streamline this experience, Ryan has brought up some strategy guides. We're not like going to sit here and just like fucking read guide, hands our way through the playthrough or anything.
Oh,
but
no, yeah.
There are some basic things that we need to know.
Yeah.
And like it's strategy guides, not walkthroughs, right?
These aren't even these are just some tips.
Oh, cool. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so yeah, just basically just so like I don't get
just a thread on some questions that some beginners had about just because they want to just get through and see the cutscenes like we do. We're not going to talk about any boss specifics. Like, I mean, we sometimes do, as we did it with Kingdom Hearts previously, and we've done with other features before occasionally. If it's taking a while and
like that Wonderland boss.
We always are pretty open and liberal with the idea of, hey, if you're getting stuck on something, it's okay because we're doing a feature.
Yeah.
But, you can grind through it. And I mean, we leave that in the player's hands too. If the player's like, I'm not feeling it, let's give me a tip. I need give me a lifeline, if you will.
Yeah, hit me up with the Mario
best. Yeah, that's the best analogy. We got to be the other person is Regis Philbin with that stuff.
Yeah.
You gotta be picky and choosy. They got 4 options. Maybe they'll pick the right one, and we can, have a stroke and get excited.
Yeah. All right. So...
Sorry, his performance always made it look like he was ready to just drop on the ground every time. I was like, man, are you okay?
It's really good.
Random aside. The kids probably don't know that one. I'm totally forgetting that we're actually so far past that. That's like a early aughts thing. Does that still air?
Yeah, I think so, but we're like 2 hosts removed. They had like that chick Meredith, and then there's somebody else now. I think
talking about Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, by the way. Anyway,
yes. Now it's like that'd be nice. Who wants to be a billionaire?
All right, so Kyle will do a quick plot recap because it was all of Kingdom Hearts Chain. What happened, Kyle? We started this game.
Oh right, yeah, this game started.
Yeah,
didn't
it's
it?
been a recording session, so let's go ahead and give the folks a recap.
Yeah.
What do you remember?
So we started where we ended on that road. We ran down it for a while with Donald, Goofy, and Pluto, and then we came across
3 best friends.
Yeah, and Pluto.
Hey. He's like, so would Pluto be part of the crew, or would he be like?
No, he's like their sidekick. Oh, fucking
sidekick. Okay, but so he's Robin to their combined Batman.
Sure. Yeah. Sure.
He's Bosley because now they're no longer the Three Stooges. They're Charlie's Angels. They're Jiminy's Angels.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. Yeah. So they got to the end of this castle place, and there was like this definitely not Death figure who was like,
definitely not.
You want to save your friends that you lost at the end of the last game with no explanation? You're gonna have to go through this entire castle with nothing but cards, motherfucker. And then Sora's like, sounds good. Take me to Traverse Town, bitch.
That was at the time that we totally thought the card system would just be, oh, this is just like a hook to get through a door in the castle. Like we thought it was a key card thing, right?
We
like
did.
It was a hotel room
we
card.
Tried so hard.
Man,
yeah.
we weren't prepared at all for it to get Hearthstone on us.
No, we really weren't.
I mean, it's not really Hearthstone. There's no systems from Hearthstone. There's nothing. It's numbers instead of anything deep. Anyway, before Kyle builds a deck, we're gonna need to talk strategy. So.
Yeah. So we did that. We went through Traverse Town.
I've just been adjusting my levels. That's all. That's why, because I'm noticing some spikes.
It was easy, and then we went to Wonderland, which should have been the next one because it was the one in the first game. We're reliving Sora's memories to try to get through some bullshit because everyone's like, we know things we shouldn't know, but I'm pretty sure they weren't the real Traverse Town versions of themselves.
Oh yeah.
Sid and
David Boreanaz
Tifa
came back.
and,
Well,
yeah.
I don't think it was the same voice actor. I don't actually think we heard voice actor, but yeah.
For him, I don't think so. No, because it's only in certain scenes. But yeah, and then we went to Wonderland, and I got spanked for like 2 episodes.
Oh. Okay.
That's everything that happened. So Ryan, time to build a deck.
Kyle.
Yeah, what's up?
Pause.
And we're back. Yeah, so Ryan, we're building a fucking deck here. So
yeah, so you were in Wonderland, and then you left Wonderland.
Yeah,
no, you haven't left Wonderland. Oh, you totally forgot you fought Axel.
Oh yeah, that happened. I met Quentin Flynn because he's in every fucking game we play as an antagonist.
Yep, he is. I mean, listen, Captain Anime. So yeah, that's about the recaps. There's all Kyle knows now is there's clearly a group of cloaked figures walking around like they think they're Bullet Club or something. Like, what up? But Kyle doesn't know what's going on with them at all.
Not even a little bit.
Yeah. And technically, in recording days, the secret ending happened last episode or last recording day, and I mean, we didn't really recap that. But man,
that was fucking.
I think that stands on its own, people.
Yeah. Just tell me what to...
They made a good...
Ryan, I need deck building tips.
Yes. Okay, we're getting there. Relax. It's going to be a bit...
I need to unleash the beast!
Alright, so I'm just going to cover these in order, everything. Okay. So these are the basics of the game, Kyle.
Yeah.
Each battle consists of Sora's deck being used against an enemy's deck. Each time a card is used, an action will occur.
Yep.
So it goes without saying that regardless of what action you're taking... line it up first. Obviously. If Sora's card is of higher value than the one being used by an enemy, this will stop the enemy's attack, breaking their card. The same holds true if Sora's using a card and an enemy uses a higher valued card. They will break Sora's card, stopping his attack. If the cards are of equal value, both cards are broken, allowing no attack for that action. So that's something we didn't know.
I figured it out partway through, but yes.
Yeah. If a lower value card is played after a high value card, the lower value card will just bounce away, not having any effect on the battle.
Yeah.
So there's no point in dumping your lower value cards to try to overbreak their card. That's just a waste of all your cards.
Yeah.
You're much better to just stack them. The only time a lower card can break a higher card is when a 0 card is employed.
Yeah.
By waiting until an enemy starts their attack, Sora can play the 0 card to break their card, stopping their attack cold regardless of what value. Obviously, we know this. This also holds true for slight combos, which makes 0 cards incredibly valuable to have in a deck. So basically, incredibly valuable to put at the start of a combo, because if they drop a big 9, you can drop a 0 and then get away with hitting them free hits with 1s and 2s.
Yeah, but if you stack that with a... Oh, no, you just mean stack like having a...
Yeah, remember, you do not want to use... The higher numbers don't mean higher damage. It's all about breaking the system.
Yeah.
Ideally, higher numbers are at the start of stacks, right? Because you want to break them and then get off free hits.
Well, no, not with the
free
start of stacks, because if you stack, you lose the first card that you use, remember?
Yes, but we're going to get there.
Okay.
Don't worry. You're right. Yes, you're right. You do lose the first card that you lose, but like you would still it depends on what you're trying to do, right? Like if they play a really high card and you want to break it and get a couple hits in, then you can totally build and this is all part of building too. But anyway, I'll keep going. Speaking of slightless combos, these occur when 2 or 3 cards are combined into one attack, which we know. So you can use 2. Once the spots are filled, an attack can also be unleashed on the enemy by pressing the L and R buttons together. These attacks can be very powerful, but they come with a price. The first, as you mentioned, the first card is stored will be lost from Sora's deck till the fight ends, unless it's a temporary card. You notice how we had some of those premiums?
Yeah.
Something that later notes that those are temporary, so those are like the perfect cards to put at the start of your stacks, because they're like items. They're basically the equivalent of dumping items.
Yeah.
We covered that. So here's the other thing that I didn't cover. When you use a slight, you're invincible for the animation duration of the slight.
Okay. That's good to know.
The above point can be used against enemies, however, about using slights and combo offense, as the enemies tend to combo attack themselves into a small deck, making them far less dangerous. So if you drop something big enough that they can't break, you can just sit there and they'll break their stuff, and they won't be able to do as much against you, right?
Until the attack is done or whatever. Yeah.
So we know we're getting hit points when we kill enemies and win battles, and card points, which we need to use to unlock stuff. We know all about that. So on occasion, a small golden P will drop as well from a battle. This will enter Sora's deck into a roulette style spin, which we've done. So that's allowing us to upgrade a card to premium, so that it gets better, but it's temporary. And premium cards also cost less CP, right? So they're basically, you should be putting these in at the start of stacks is the idea. But you cannot reload a premium card during battle either. That didn't get explained either. Lots of stuff that just they dump. Hey, premium cards, and they're like, what is about?
What's that? Yeah, don't worry about it. Fuck off. Thing. Yep.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. That covers that.
That's good.
So I have a slight list here. So if you have questions about what they actually do, like a description, because what they provide isn't really, you know what I mean? Like if you were to in-game look at sliding dash, what does it say?
It says
nothing.
Slide towards distant targets for a close range attack. Activation 3 attack cards.
Okay, there you go. If you actually dig in, but if you go back and you look at it just from the menu like you were, and like we've previously been, you're just looking at stats. Yeah, so the little description does say it's slide towards distant targets, right? That's what we haven't really been. It's like, hey, maybe you need to line this up in advance. So the one we do have, though, Stun Impact, is apparently really good because it actually does render an enemy like stun for a period.
So I'm gonna guess, because these have the same activation condition, I'm gonna guess that sliding dash activates from far.
I believe we unlocked Zanetskinitskun or whatever, right?
We don't have anything.
Or is that it? Maybe that I'm thinking in the previous game, Kingdom Hearts, we had to unlock that. Anyway, if we ever unlock that, that's one we want to use, because that breaks a card and renders it unreloadable until the end of the battle. So if someone drops a big card on you, you can just be like,
that big
bang,
fucker could hit with that 8. I could be like, hey, dick.
All right, so here was some questions from a new player, just to, as I mentioned, to try to get through the game really quick. Well, I'm trying to wrap this stuff all up as fast as I can.
Yeah. We'll also make this a longer episode so that we're not spending half of it.
At the end of the day, Kyle was exceptionally frustrated with this, so we decided, and we mentioned that we would do some research. And
spending some time on this is better than spending some
So
It's
there were
been
just some
more
questions
focused.
that this new person had because they wanted to get through the game to see it the way we did. What should I
Yeah.
focus on when I level up? What's the point of premium cards and where should they be placed? Is there a certain order to put my cards? Is there a cheap strategy to use? You know, they don't really care. They just want to see the story. Is there a best order for worlds? I did Monstro first for high jump, but have no idea after that. What should I purchase with Moogle points? And I'll get to how you get to the Moogle shop, by the way, because the game's been giving us Moogle points since we started, but never an explanation of how we spend them.
Yep.
Thanks, game. So people, people who have beaten the game and played it a lot. Personally, I favor slights and CPs over HP, but it's up to you. But it is important to get CPs essentially because you do need to build good decks.
Yeah.
So only one card or slight can be. This was a notable thing. Only one card or slight can be at play at a time. So we kept thinking that once his attack was done, like I dropped an 8, right?
Yeah.
And you're just like, why is it's like every time you got close to him, like with this boss, you kept getting frustrated because it was like, why is my 2 still not working? It's like because you can't do anything until you break that 8. Period. Even if his attack is done, right? Even if he hasn't used it again, and it's such a weird, that's a weird thing. But I believe that he can change it, right? He can play stuff on top of his stuff. Right.
Yes.
Again, it doesn't. So you basically sometimes it's till his animation is done because he's decided to play something else. So sometimes you kind of have to be watching to see if he's played something smaller and then break there. If you didn't have something to break after reloading or whatever the situation.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. They cost. So regarding premium cards, they cost less CP. Yep. They can also be. Premium cards can also be reloaded by using items such as high potions and elixirs. Those will help you. Those will reload your premium cards. The order you see your deck in, this is important, is the order they'll appear in in the fight. It's like you're setting your slots. So you're obviously going to want to set it in a way where you could just stack how you want to stack, right? Like if you want to save your 0 for the bottom of the deck, like you basically have to think of it like a deck. What do you want to top deck? Because you don't have the time in combat to be until you've actually burned enough of your stackable cards and it's a manageable list to be like scrolling through, you know what I mean? Like in the early fights you do, but it's obviously going to get a little more denser than that.
Yeah.
So cheap strategy to use question was Lethal Frame. It's a stop card, attack card, and it's very broken against most bosses. Against random encounters, Mega Flare, Holy Trinity, any of the AoE stuff is generally pretty strong.
I don't have access to any of that stuff yet.
A lot of people choose to go to Olympus and Agrabah early because you can get the High Potion card, which does help you reload your premiums, by the way, and you can get a Cloud Summon. And, most people said they got enough Moogle points to buy everything, but you should be using the Moogle points, and I'll get into that now. So the way the Moogle points work, the Moogle points are part of the system that they do not explain, so I don't know if we have any. Can you go into the inventory?
I have 600.
Not Moogle points, sorry. Can you go into the inventory and just... I was talking about something else there, but I didn't transition at all.
No, okay.
Because, I'm great.
What's up?
Ultimately, it'll be how we get access to the Moogle shop. Go into your items, your map cards. That's what it is. I'm sitting there looking at the inventory because this is a freaking dense game. Okay, so you see that roulette room? Go over. You just were on it. You're going to have to look at the side up at the top.
Yep.
If you put that in a door, it turns into a roulette room.
Okay.
That's the system. So if one says bounty, it'll turn into a bounty. If one says Moogle, it'll turn into a Moogle. The problem is all this stuff is random drops, and apparently Moogle shops are one of the hardest to get. So bounty is how you make a bounty room. Bounty rooms give you more enemies, but drop unique rewards. Some of them are considered, like you can get better slights, you can get tons of stuff. They give it away in the menu, a room containing treasure. So there's another one that does a grove. Go back over. Down, roulette room. Meeting ground, I think, might be one. And I think that's it.
Okay.
Okay, sorry. You need bounty, false bounty, or guarded trove are the ones that will open rooms that have a unique prize. And then one that's a Moogle shop is clearly labeled Moogle or something. But all that stuff's... So you basically have to grind until you get that. And since you need to get to the Moogle shop to properly progress through this game, we have to go grind. We have no choice. We have no choice but to go sit in. And the best way to do that, people say, is open a bounty room or open a roulette room, areas that give better rewards, because you're more likely to encounter that stuff. So we do have a calm bounty, so we could do a bounty room. Anyway, that pretty much covers it. That's the room system and all that other nonsense. Welcome to Pajanime 2 Kingdom Hearts, everyone. And oh my god.
So, hang on. Fuck, this is a bit problematic, because I've gone through all these doors already. How am I supposed to...
Have you built a deck, by the way?
Not a new one. I just still have that.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know what the
you
fuck
want to
I was
grind
doing.
for cards, or...
Yeah.
So that only works on doors you haven't opened. So the way the bounty... that's the other thing I didn't explain about the runes. Sorry, there's more. Sorry, not the runes. The rooms system. If it's like a room that's like you know those rooms that we have to go through to progress the plot. What were they called? You need the key of truth, the key of beginning. You know all that stuff.
Yeah.
Each level has them. There's like 3 of them.
Yeah.
You can't use bounty runes or any of your room cards on those rooms. Those rooms have to exclusively be used to go to progress the plot. But any other doors, which is why some doors are actually stay after you go through them and some doors don't. Again, none of this remotely explained. Just dumped on you. I love how all the fanboys who get mad at people are like, why is this game so hard, have these extensive explanations in very detail and go, maybe that's why. The game literally, like, how are you, like, I get it, you probably played 10 hours of this game to figure all that out, and that's probably a cool experience.
And, like, good for
people,
you, but yeah.
Not everyone's looking for that.
Also, like...
Granted, we could have put it on easy, but we didn't really know what we were into.
No.
Did you? Oh, yeah. So we're gonna have to look at what slights we have too, because I'm pretty sure we have stun impact, so we should be building, because the sliding dash is only really useful at distance. So like I'm pretty sure you can use both in a fight though, right? You get both. I don't remember how the slights work. I don't think you just get one.
Yeah, I died in the first fight. This fucking game?
Yeah. Well, you didn't build a deck though, so.
No, but I
told you can't just one card it like that. You did that again.
No, Ryan,
well,
it's hard to keep track of what's happening. Okay, fucking. Give me a break.
let's go into the menus.
No, I'm not building a deck until I get to a place that has decent cards. Otherwise, I have to do it again.
But you can build a deck to just AOE these guys and win. And then this is super easy. Then we can just that was the whole point of. You know what? I'll give you the benefit here. Go for it. But we obviously need to build a deck, and then the Moogle points. Like the Moogle shop is where we get the best cards. Like a lot of people have reported seeing, 8 is what we have the highest of, but a lot of people reported seeing 9s. There was some information that I missed that I can't remember. I saw it in something else, but it was something to the effect of most enemies don't drop cards, and these like most non-boss enemies don't drop cards that are higher than 9 or 10 or something. So if you're stacking, make sure your stacks are higher than that, and you'll always be unbreakable. Like that's kind of the unfortunate part about these battles right now, right? Is that we don't have a high enough card that we could just, like, if we did, we could just dump a card and then these guys wouldn't be able to hit us at all. Well, by hit us all, I mean hit us until we want them to hit us, right?
Yes.
Because if you have a 9 in play, I guess, you could just sit there on it. If they're trying to hit you, well, you're like, oh, I need to heal, so I'll just run away and leave this in play because they can't touch me until I've replaced it myself. That type of thing.
Freeze.
Oh, the other thing I didn't mention, enemy.
Yeah.
I think I'm remembering things from other. Yeah, enemy cards. Those are the type of things like that you want to put at the start of a stack when you're building your decks, because they're consumable. They're basically the equivalent of a consumable. They sometimes do things, from my knowledge or from what I remember researching, but I'm pretty sure. But in general, they're because they burn, or you only have so many, like 30 uses of them or something, it says in the inventory, I think, that's kind of the best way to use them.
Okay.
Courage. Heal.
There we go. Fuck you, son. Why do you exist?
Do, 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 do.
What is my life? That's the thing too, is like it's stupid when they have like a card out, I go to counter it, and then while I'm trying to get that attack off, they just like, oh, I had another one in here the whole time. Like just
Yeah. Well, they're intentionally timing that.
yeah, that's fucking annoying. It's not fun to play against. There we go, motherfucker's dead.
I just think that part of the problem with the system too is that there's just too much going on to really look at your cards, which is why so many of the pro strats or the guides basically just say you want to be spamming triangle, like you just want to be spamming stacks.
Yeah, but if I do that like in a boss fight, I'll end up running out of cards.
Sure, but the idea is that with these enemies, you finish the fight quick enough that you know what I mean. Like you don't lose these cards permanently, you just get them, use them for the fight. Against a boss, it's different, but.
Well, because if I run out of attack cards, I'm just.
But yeah, against a boss, it's more micromanagement. Against these guys, right? You can just double stacks and stuff. All right.
Yeah.
Did we get anything there? I didn't see. Did we get a?
Nothing useful. Nope.
Okay, so we need to find a door that we can do a thing on, the card thing.
But I'm pretty sure I've gone through every door in this area already.
Like yeah, but I think we might be able to on some of these doors.
Like,
still, I think the ones with hinges are the ones we can do it on. Like the open hinges. Let's go see if are those like obviously that doesn't have any open hinges. That's closed or that's wide. But maybe these ones, I don't know. Like if it gives us the card thing. Nope, we're not getting the card thing anywhere.
No, yeah, that's the problem. Is I've opened all the doors in this area, so like I don't know.
Yeah, but those all the doors that you just went through had no door hinges on them.
Yeah, because I've been through them before.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying there was a couple in the other level that had to open door hinges. So I'm curious if we could put the cards through those ones. Because remember, we were getting sometimes the open doors. Ones we've been through before were sometimes still prompting us with cards. I don't know. It was weird. Was there a door up here? I think there was. Correctly. Oh yeah, right. What the hell's that door? Up top there? That was weird. We didn't see that. Do 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 do.
Guilty. Fire.
So how's it going, by the way, today, Kyle? We haven't really, chit-chatted since we've returned, you know?
Doing fucking great, dude. Living the dream.
Our boy Axel, he's back. He's in the game.
Back? This is the first time
Wow,
that I've seen him.
He's my boy. I didn't know that he was in this. I didn't know what this game would feature. I kind of thought it might be.
Wait, why didn't that go through? Nothing was played to beat it.
I don't know. I wasn't looking. I wasn't looking closely enough, I should say.
This game is ridiculous sometimes. Here we go. Good job.
See, there's an instance of them dumping stuff and it not going.
And nothing happening. Yeah. I saw that time.
That's the thing. With so much going on, the game's just hoping you see some of this system stuff so that you can understand what you're doing.
Yeah, that's bad game design.
Yeah, there's a good instance. Okay, so Donald didn't stay in play, despite what the... Yeah.
No, they never do.
He stayed in play. Oh, no, that's for summons, I think. Yeah.
Again, see, I healed and nothing happened.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. Maybe they stunned you or silenced you? That's a heal, right? Yeah.
Why not?
Nice. Okay. What do we get?
Oh, I'm in the roulette room. So
okay, this is what we want. Okay.
Do you? Oh, Moogle. I'm gonna try to get the Moogs. No, it doesn't. I thought there was gonna do a slowdown. I got another roulette room, but
that's okay.
Okay, so that seems like the best way to get things. Get into a fight in here.
Yeah. So let's check that door up over there.
Wait, I'm
the right.
My controls are
reversed because you hit that flower. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay,
so
there we go.
You want to go left. Well, you want to go right, but you know what I mean. Oh, I guess you have to get up the slow way, right?
Yeah. I'm gonna try to get a Moogle.
Do. So you can get some 9s and 10s.
Fire!
Yeah.
Courage!
Okay.
Yeah!
I think the other thing too is like obviously in short battles like this, it might like consider a 0, right? Like obviously in this oh he countered you 0 there.
Yeah.
Like it might like in some instances you're just using cards to break their card and that's it. And I'm not saying that you can't do that sometimes, but it's just like if you even just put a 1 at the end of that, you'll get a free hit.
Yeah.
Like yes, you lose your 0, but it's like you're not going to be in this battle long enough that you're basically just turning it into you're stalling it at that point is what I'm saying. Because you're just breaking their cards and then they're breaking your cards and then it's a break fest.
Deal!
Which is such a weird way. Like the game automatically, like based on no knowledge of the systems, that's what the game seems like it's supposed to be. Like I don't know. This is a weird game. That's what I'm gonna say. 100%.
Yep.
I suddenly realize how people who hate Majora's Mask must feel. You know, that type of thing. It's just like, you know, like obtuse systems that don't need to be there, but if it's like, it's just the type of thing that doesn't tickle your fancy strategy-wise, it's one of those things that's just like, this is weird. Why is this in here? We're dead, right? Oh no.
Ryan, have you met
Didn't you
me?
get a heal off? Yeah. I want to die here. Nice.
Okay, roulette.
Just bop him.
I also got moments reprieve. Wait, what?
I
I'm in
don't-
the roulette room. What the fuck, roulette?
I don't think that's how that works. I think all that's random.
Oh, okay. Well,
But what we do want to do, I think, is put a calm bounty room into this if we can. Oh no, this is a key room. Oh no, this is a key room. The cards you shall see. What key do we need? Can we put that roulette one or that calm bounty in there?
nope.
Oh.
This is probably where I'm supposed to go.
Oh, we need
after.
key to rewards.
Yeah, that's
after
probably
you
what I
beat the
get from
boss.
being that fucking boss. Yeah.
Yeah. We haven't even found a door that we can use that Moogle stuff on. Man. Game. Also, we're 35 minutes in of this explanation episode.
Oh yeah, we're going long because we fucking literally spent 20 minutes on bullshit.
And again, you know, if we need to consult the tips, you know,
They're here.
yeah,
Yep.
they're there.
Okay, let's just build a deck that's not ass. So,
Hot fire, nice.
thank you.
I didn't see that in all my. I mean, to be fair, I was looking at pages of pages.
Yes.
Yeah, like, see, I don't get what you're doing right now.
Putting in attack cards. 'Cause I need to
No.
have a- What do you mean
They
no?
slot in order of how you build them. If you're
Yes.
stacking, build stacks. Don't build types. Like, so you're gonna dump 7, 6, 5 in your first stack. That's your first stack.
You're fucking. This is stupid.
I'm telling you, I know you don't like using stacks, but all the people say just spam them. Like, you don't need to even use 3 furs. You can do 2 furs, right?
Yeah,
Like,
I
you
don't.
just, I'm not saying you need to like it.
I
I'm
also
just saying
don't
that
actually know how
that's-
to use how to do a twofer, because the whole thing is you hit triangle over and over, and then it's like, oh, okay, cool. But I guess if I hit X after the first, I don't know.
I think you hit X after the first 2,
Yeah, it's
because it can either be 2 or 3. I think.
having it so that you lose a card when you do a stack is a bad system. Like permanently losing the card for the battle is a bad system.
Yeah, but I mean, the idea is that you'd have so many cards that it's not that big
Yeah,
a
except
deal.
that I don't because you have a CP cap. So if you didn't have something like that, maybe, but that's already not the case.
Yeah, but like you could easily go 4, 5, and then you're good. That's a stack. How do they stop that? They can't. You're good. That's 9, right?
Yep.
Like that. Like it's just about manipulating the numbers so that you then and then ideally you'd want to put your lower numbers first, right? So that when you're reloading, you're getting your higher numbers back. So then if the battle has to come down to one-on-ones, you have your best. You have your 7s. You have your cards that are likely to beat their fodder, right? So that the battle isn't as frustrating.
Yeah.
Like, again, I'm not saying this isn't ridiculous. I'm just saying that's what you're supposed to treat. It seems like you're supposed to treat it like a fucking. Your deck is, you know, like a card game. I know you're not the fan, but
yeah.
And like the way you were doing the first 3 cards, I think was smart too, because like if you replenish it, you can then still stack again, right? If you leave your very high cards third, so what? You're using, so then you stack 3s, then you stack 2s, but then you still have your high cards again when you replay. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And again, you have an enemy card there. That should be at the start of a stack, right? Because you can just dump it, and it's what's it called? You have 2 of them there. Increase, and they also all do things. You'll see here, right?
Yep.
Yeah, it's a weird game. That's what I'll say. It's a very weird game.
That's definitely the case.
And then, like, ideally, then it's like, oh, I burn stacks against the boss, but then later in the game, as some of the things said, you can get high potions and elixirs that'll just replenish your. They replenish the cards that you burned with your stacks and your premium cards. Oh yeah, you're all by 3. Come on, game. And they have like types I didn't even realize: attack, physical. Oh yeah, there's a whole thrust. There's 3. Oh, of course, there's more. I totally forgot.
Oh yeah, dude.
The stuff from Kingdom Hearts 1 still applies. You have 3 types of attack: thrust, slash, and so like. Your attack cards aren't all just the attack button. They all do different animations.
Yep.
So you need to look into your stacks about that too. Like if you have this system,
No, but I don't have that much. Like I only have like 2 magic cards right now, and then.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying that like I'm not saying that you need to restack. I'm just saying that I think that like just do me a favor and go in again. I just want to see for sure.
Fine. All of my attack ones are the same right now, Ryan.
No. Just go ahead and go to a physical attack card over in your deck.
Yep.
Go over the next one. CP, physical.
Yeah, they caught.
Is there any way you can go? Is there any way you can go in and look at? I'm just seeing if there's any button to.
Nope.
To organize, sort out, to look at more details. That's all. Okay. Anyway, there is like slashes and like 3 different types of attacks.
I'm sure that I'll get that later, but I don't have the. I only have.
I couldn't recall if that's labeled on those or if it's maybe determined by different things. I don't know.
Now that I know sort of how to play this, I'm fucking taking this asshole down.
You built a new deck for the boss. Perfect.
Yep.
I mean, you got those enemy cards. You're ready to fucking give him a little sleight of hand. You can skip this.
Yeah. Also, I can get away with slights a lot easier because those Mickey cards that show up are going to be coming in for free, right?
Everyone, I just got to say, I've been noticing that in the early days of Pajanime, Kyle was still at the stage that when someone did a nice meme in brackets, not really a nice meme.
I was like laughing about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nope. It's gone, Ryan.
Yeah. Well, now you're still laughing, but now you've turned into like Jack Nicholson from The Shining levels of laughter, where it's just like, yeah.
All of my joy is gone. Okay. This is where I want my 0. Okay, yeah.
Do.
Okay.
Do.
Heal.
How the fuck do I lock on? Okay, there we go. Right, I keep forgetting that even if he's in the middle of the attack animation, it'll cancel his animation. Okay, I'm not using slights against him because holy shit, that slide and dash is never gonna hit.
But you can use stalks that aren't slights. Remember?
Yes.
2 Because right now you've just been breaking his cards and not making any progress.
No, I've been making progress. He's been taking damage.
A little bit, but
Yeah, I don't do that much
like
damage yet.
5, 3, 6, done, go. 6-4 done. Like, just unless it's a low enough card that you can one for it, just break him. Yeah, like.
Nope. I just. Oh no, yeah, that doesn't work. If I hit X, it just
get
tries
near
to
him.
go with the... No, that's not what I'm saying. Listen,
him.
shh. If I have the 2 cards up, if I hit X, it'll use the 5 that I have on right now. So.
What if you hit triangle?
Then it'll bring up the next one. That's how I get the slice in the first place. So nope, that's not gonna work.
I wonder how you do it then, because all the people said.
I don't give a fuck what the people said. It's not gonna work.
Well, yeah, so I'm gonna figure out how you do it. You need heals.
I do, but I need the cards back to do that.
Indeed, I know. I just said that you need.
Bad system. That's what I need.
We did have stun impact too, but I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't know how to use it because I try and then it's like, oh, it's the same activation as sliding dash. So good guess.
Yeah, I don't know if it is or not either.
No, it is. It's both.
More obtuse stuff that isn't well explained.
Yep. How do you pick between your slides? Good fucking question. Nope, that's not what I want to be.
Okay. Oh, there we go. Controls. Strategies.
Alice, I don't give a fuck.
Hit L1 and R1 at the same time to use a slight.
Okay.
Hit L2 to remove stock cards back to deck. Yeah, you use this. That's how you're probably already doing that. No, because it's automatically been doing sliding dash for you, right? When you stock 3 of the 3. Yeah, that's weird. That's not what it says. It says that you need to hit L1 and R1, and then you can have 3 cards stocked.
Courage.
What? Select. Change to passive card deck. What does that mean?
I don't know.
Game.
I don't have a select button. This is
the touchpad.
Okay.
I don't know what that does.
Power.
Oh, fuck me, really?
Fire. Heal.
Sorry, I'm reading here.
It's fine.
I'm letting you focus on the battle.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So we should be stacking based on the slights we want to use, obviously, based on how the combo
Yeah, but
works.
they use the same. They have the same activation. So like, what the fuck?
Heal. Fire. Courage.
Man, this game.
Freeze.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I read something about that you could stock with 2, but now I don't know.
I did, but it doesn't do much for me.
Do.
Also, wasn't I supposed to get like a Mickey card sometime in the next like hour to be able to get that?
Mickey card?
Yeah, to get the table back up.
Heal.
Oh, yeah. Of course. Like the trigger card to let you do what you need to do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Power.
Oh, I see what it is. Some
Freeze.
slights only require 2.
Okay, it was still 3 for
That's what it is.
for
Yeah.
stun impact though. So
Yeah. Some slights only require 2. Okay. But I thought you could just like stock attacks that don't do anything and then you do it as a thing, right? Or am I? Because you were doing things where you would play 3 attacks and it wouldn't be a sliding dash; it'd be nothing. It would just
no,
be,
that was because I was just doing 3 attacks. I wasn't stacking them.
Yeah, but like you would weird because it would be like you would do like a thing and then a cure and then another thing and they all play at the same time.
Mickey card.
Huh.
Oh, I can't use that as to go towards a slide. So
Freeze. Yeah. Fire.
Wow. Yeah, so I'm just looking at what people consider powerful decks right now.
yeah.
Kyle,
Yep.
there's not an attack card in any of them.
That's awesome, but I don't have enough cards to do it.
No, I know. I'm just... This game is ridiculous. It floods us with that stuff. I don't... You know what? I don't... Whatever. Whatever. I don't understand this game. Oh, and the other thing I forgot to mention for stream was that I believe the boss Kyle is fighting is one of the harder ones in the game.
Yes, I think we established that last time. It's like why do you start here? Like when this was the start of the last game, and it's like no, but actually you should be going here last. Like that's very counterintuitive, right? Oh my god. That was
Apparently, in the original, you didn't even have to use the table. They brought the table back for this version so that it would be more of a callback to the original.
That's wonderful.
Although some people say it shouldn't be too hard as long as you can stun them, but yeah.
Oh fuck.
Fire.
Nice.
The other thing I'll say too is regarding this boss, the big AOE attack he does. Remember, you have invincibility frames in your dodge roll, so you can jump over it if you're quick.
I don't have a dodge roll.
Yeah, square.
Nope. Oh, I do.
What?
Okay.
Wait.
No, I do.
Had it since the
wasn't.
whole
It wasn't
time.
activating. It wasn't activating. So I thought.
Oh, weird. Maybe you were in the middle of casting a card when you're trying to use it.
Yeah, who fucking knows?
Probably, you know, it's one of those finicky things you got to be moving specifically. All right. My guy tips and tricks are done. Oh. But the reason I was looking up those type of decks is because if push comes to shove, when we can,
Yeah. We'll fucking.
we
do
might
it.
just
Yeah, absolutely.
We might just, yeah.
Heal.
Oh, kill yourself! No, I'm not gonna. Yep.
Yeah.
That was dumb. He had it.
Kyle's back in tilt mode, guys. Needs a heal.
I'd love one, but I just spent my only fucking heal because he's like, oh, I'm busy doing my buttons.
Fire. Yeah. Let's turn around.
Thank you.
Nice. What's that? There's a card.
Goofy or
It's
Pluto?
Goof.
I'm
What's
dead.
Pluto do?
Doesn't
Heals?
matter.
Oh,
Nope, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter, Ryan.
We're probably
dead.
going to call it an episode here. Kyle needs to regroup again, but
This game
Kingdom
sucks.
Hearts Rechain of Memories comes in phases. We need to go to a Moogle shop. That's what we need to do. We need.
I'd love to.
Moogle shop.
Yeah, I'd love to, but why would they let us just go to a shop? Why not just make it a random
We still even
chance?
haven't found a door to use that stuff in.
No,
I mean,
we
there's
haven't.
one, but it's just like this game.
This game's stupid. Let's see
Square.
You guys.
I'm not trying to be very critical. I like to look for the good in things. I think that there's something with what you were going for, but I don't think
but
you
like,
quite nailed it.
Like maybe just like actually scrap the whole thing and like use your brain instead. And
I also don't think the system translates well to the some of their concepts they're going for to try to bring it to PS2 and make it like Kingdom Hearts 1. I feel like that's an either or. Again, I've said this before, but I think that with this card system should have just been turn-based or a different screen. Like this, you should have just removed active combat at that point. If this is
yes, one or the other. Don't just
I think there are realms where you can merge that type of stuff, but I think that it's a tricky thing to do, and you have to nail it.
Yeah,
because if you don't.
Oreos are good.
It's not that the system can't still be.
No, but they don't go together.
It's
Oreos
just
are delicious.
Not fun. It's not
cheese.
It's not
good.
Easy to learn and not fun enough to play.
Yeah, it's
to
fucking
want
stupid.
To learn,
and whoever thinks it was a good idea,
it
does not know what they're doing, and they should have been fired.
I mean, that's ridiculous. Listen.
No, I mean from a design.
That's hyperbole.
What? First of all, the word is hyperbole. Second of all,
anyway.
No. Whoever put this in from a AAA studio together and was like, "We're gonna sell this."
Come on,
to people.
man, that's a person's work. Like listen,
their work sucks.
Release a thing. Yeah, you can say it sucks. But
in the words of Blink-182,
they deserve to die. And
I didn't say die. I said get fired.
Get fired.
Do a bad job
because they made a system you didn't want. That's
no, that's an objectively bad system. In the words of Blink-182,
objectively bad system.
Yep,
8 out of 10.
Oh no! First of all, that wasn't Rechain that got the 8 out of 10. That was Chain of Memories, which was apparently fine. So yeah, nice fucking fake news on that one, Ryan.
It was still an active combat system in Chain of Memories, though.
Yeah, but you could fucking see probably. I don't know.
Also, I'm just saying there are clearly people who have mastered this system and love it.
Yeah, well,
there are also clearly people who have a hard barrier to entry with it.
Yeah,
I'm not saying I'd be one of the people who master them and love it.
That's fantastic. See you guys next time.